Hi there, everyone. I'm Ashley Bullington, and welcome in to the Campfire. We have moved up from Division II to Division I, and now we are breaking down 5A Division I, and it has some great teams in it. Let's introduce you to them in our film session.
Magnolia went undefeated in district play last year, but things could change for the Bulldogs this year due to graduation. Gone is dominant running back Mitch Hall and quarterback Travis Moore, so Magnolia will be breaking in new talent at those two positions. However, the defense only gave up 11 points a game in district play, and they do bring back linebacker William Alexander. Magnolia West has a new head coach in Bill McGehee from Sweetwater, and he will be relying on returning quarterback Brock Dalton and running back Hunter Bilbo to put up enough points to keep them in playoff contention. Last year, the Mustangs were in a three-way tie with New Caney and Porter for the final spot that eventually went to New Caney. The Eagles should have an interesting attack with fullback Sebastian Garza and running back Kedrick Riscano. That will help with New Caney's ball control while the defense gets up to speed. Porter has Offensive Newcomer of the Year Josh Evans Pickens in the backfield, and he's just a junior. All three of those teams should be battling for a playoff spot or two. Cleveland, Waller, and Caney Creek may be lingering at the bottom of the district, but look for significant strides out of each of them. The favorite to win the district is College Station, as they have their share of Division I talent on both sides of the ball. Look for Lufkin to be in contention for a playoff spot as well.
Some really great teams in this district, and they have some really phenomenal players on them. Let's see who some of them are and our players on the rise.
On the defensive side of the ball, Magnolia's William Alexander will be a player to watch in the district. The Bulldogs have graduated quite a bit from the offensive side of the ball, but senior linebacker Alexander will keep the ship steady while the offense catches up. Not only was he the district defensive player of the year, he was second team All-State as well. Alexander finished with 59 tackles, 5 sacks, and 4 interceptions in a stellar junior season. New Caney junior running back Kedrick Riscano will be hard to bring down in 2021. As a sophomore, Riscano gained 1,181 yards on just 153 touches. He also found the end zone an impressive 15 times as well. Kedrick has impressive 4.5 speed in the 40, so look for him to turn on the Jets in the open field. Another junior tailback to keep your eye on is Porter running back Josh Evans Pickens. Another multi-sport athlete, Evans Pickens, was the district offensive newcomer of the year and a true bright spot on the Spartans offense. He will be missing his big brother Caleb blocking for him this year, but Josh should be able to create his own holes and put up big numbers as a junior. Magnolia West brings back one of the best quarterbacks in the district in Brock Dalton. As a junior, Dalton threw for just under 3,000 yards and 31 touchdowns as he led the Mustangs to a tie for 4th in the district. He will need to cut down on his 9 interceptions, but look for Dalton to lead a solid Magnolia West offense.
There's some really great players in District 8 5A Division I on every team in this district. Up next, we talk to one of the men who helped mold these young guys into young men as we have our Media Day segment with Magnolia West head coach Bill McGehee.
All right, it's Media Day, and we are joined with Magnolia West head coach Bill McGehee. Coach, I should call you new head coach because you just took the job over the summer here. So talk about why Magnolia West was the school you'd like to start head coaching at.
I was coming in from Sweetwater. Had a good little stint there, and looking to get back into the bigger school ranks. And obviously, there's some familiarity with some of the administration we had here from my time at Temple. And so, worked with some of these guys at Temple and knew that they were great people to work for. And they had, had nothing but great things to say about Magnolia ISD. And, after coming down to visit, it just looked like a perfect fit for me.
Talk about you're not coming. The cupboard's not bare. You're coming in. You got a quarterback and and Brock Dalton. You got a running back in Hunter Bilbo. These guys, I mean, Bilbo almost got 1,000 yards last year, and Dalton was right up in the top of passing. Talk about having a skilled players like that to be able to coach.
No, I mean that's that makes it a little bit easier walking into this situation. Offensively will be pretty similar also to what they were doing before, so that helps out as well. But having a trigger guy back there that's got the experience that Brock does is gonna play a big role in how fast and how quick we pick up things offensively. Along with having Hunter in there, running the football with his experience as well. We'll be young at the receiver position. So we've got to bring those guys along and try to get them going pretty quick, as well as offensive line. We're going to be a brand new up front, and so we're going to kind of go as those guys go, and so we feel really good about what we've got, and I think we're going to be able to put a good product on the field.
Excellent. Hey, well, I wish you luck in your first run through 8-5A Division I. Appreciate you joining us, and I hope you have a good season.
Coach, thank you so much for joining us here on the Campfire. You can see the entire interview with Coach McGeehee on Thursday in our Media Day segment on our social media platforms. Up next, we talk to the Inside High School Sports Insider, Matt Harris, more about 8-5A Division I.
All right, district breakdown time. We are with my main man, Matt Harris, Inside High School Sports Insider. We're talking 8-5A Division I. Magnolia swept through that district last year, going undefeated. Could it be the same this year, or is things looking a little balanced?
Well, it's going to be tough. Magnolia had a great season last year, winning the district, but they'll lose co-district MVP Mitch Hall, who played running back, and they'll lose quarterback Travis Moore as well. So there's going to be a lot of talent to replace at Magnolia, and it's a team that we've seen do a lot of good things over the years, so that talent absolutely could be replaced, but there's also going to be a lot of question marks heading into 2021. Maybe a little bit farther down the district standings, New Caney snuck into the playoffs last year in a three-way tie for that final spot before losing to Highland Park in the first round, but I'm looking at New Caney and New Caney Porter potentially as teams that could bounce back and have a better year in 2021 than they did last season.
Yeah, they were definitely looking for a bounce-back year. And what kind of talent do they have on their teams that maybe we don't know of right now, but we should get to know?
Well, each has a player that I'm really interested in looking at. Both all-district performers for a year ago, so people starting to know these guys' names a little bit, but they're both young. Sophomores last season. At New Caney, we're talking about sophomore running back Kedrick Riscano, who picked up 2 Division I offers immediately after the season in Oklahoma State and Houston. And he ran for 1,157 yards and 15 touchdowns last year. Then at Porter, just across the way, district rival of New Caney, they had Josh Evans Pickens, also a running back, who was the newcomer of the year. And Porter's star back ran for 1,307 yards and 19 touchdowns.
Next week, we're going to do 9-5A Division I, so we will catch you next week.
Perfect. See you then.
Matt Wiz, thank you so much. Great insight as always. This is one of my favorite districts in Houston because it's always such a toss-up on what's going to happen. I mean, and there's some great teams and amazing rivalries. But that's all we have for this week's episode of The Campfire. Next week, we'll deep dive into District 9-5A Division I. But until then, watch all of our social media platforms. We've got Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. That'll be bringing you content from 8-5A Division I all week long. I'm Ashley Bullington, and until next time, thank you for watching.